Hey there, it's your boy Foxy, back for more relationship stories. Update. Found out my best friend's girlfriend is hitting on my fiancé. Original post. My fiancé male 28 and I female 26 have a beach vacation coming up. It was supposed to be us, my sister and her husband. Circumstances changed and they won't be joining us, but their tickets are non-refundable. So we decided to invite my brother-in-law's brother Ned male 27 who has also been my best friend since we were toddlers, and his girlfriend Kate female 27. We are all very close and hang out almost every week. We all have a group chat for the trip, and Kate and I discuss girly stuffs privately. Last week, Kate sent my fiancé some lingerie and bikini pics, asking for his suggestion in his private chat. Fiancé assumed she sent it to him accidentally instead of me, and told her that. To which she said she wanted a man's opinion, and my fiancé said he didn't really have any opinion, and she should ask me or her boyfriend. He then showed me the messages when we both got home from work. We both thought it was weird and just moved past it. Side note, she never sent me anything asking for my opinion, even though a couple days later I asked for her opinion on some dresses. On Sunday, Ned and Kate came to our house for dinner and to discuss our upcoming trip. Everything went great. I got a video call from my sis and brother-in-law, and I was talking to them in the balcony, and Ned came to say hi to his brother. According to my fiancé, when Ned left the room, Kate brought up the pics and was asking him his opinion, and even showed him pics of her in lingerie, and some of them were very revealing. Fiancé was cornered by her in the kitchen where he was clearing up some dishes. I called him from the balcony to participate in the video chat since my sis had some news. This was when he was able to get away from her. If it's relevant, she was a bit drunk. My fiancé told me this after they left. I was still angry with her. We both felt like all this happened too fast, and there weren't really any other signs. He also asked me to look through their chat to see if he was oblivious to her or something. There wasn't really much correspondence between them, except the occasional confirming of plans. I don't really know how to approach this with Ned and Kate. I don't really want her on this trip if she's going to act like this, and also fiancé is not at all comfortable with the idea. Ned is like a brother to me. I love him, I don't want this to destroy our friendship, but also given the situation, he deserves a lot better. So guys, what should I do? Now for the top advice before reading the update. Your fiancé should just straightforward tell her, listen, this is all awkward, and expect her to gaslight as well, but you can back him up. Things will take care of themselves after the confrontation, if at all she is weird. We are supposed to leave for the trip on Saturday. We all have work till Friday, so I don't know how to make time for confrontation. They work opposite shifts, so that's an issue too. I don't know who I should talk to first. You have to talk to Ned. Show him the text messages. There's no two ways about it. Should we talk to them both, or only to Ned first? It's a tricky situation, but as your relationship is with Ned, so I would say talk to just him, you and your fiancé. Start off by saying you're sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Tell him you didn't know how to go about approaching him on this, but you feel he needs to know and the situation is making things uncomfortable for you and fiancé, and then just hand him the phone. Just be honest about it. It's going to be a mess no matter what, but it'll be shadier if you don't tell them. We are definitely going to bring it up. I don't want her to turn things around and blame my fiancé. I know Ned is going to be hurt, but I want to minimize it as much as possible. I mean, of course he's going to be hurt. You can't minimize that nor change that, but it's 100% not your fault, and you're doing the right thing by telling him. First update. Thanks for the advice. We are both taking afternoon off and are going to meet Ned tomorrow for lunch as he works night shift. Told him not to tell Kate anything as it's about a personal family stuff. Didn't tell him that fiancé would be there too. So hopefully he won't tell her anything. Do you still have the pictures as evidence? Do not go with her on the trip. She's trying to make the moves on your fiancé. Yes, we plan on showing him the pics. They have been together for about 4 years, but we all know each other since we were kids except my fiancé. And now for the update. I think this is how you update and link posts. I hope it works. Some of you wanted an update. So here it goes. My fiancé and I took the afternoon off work to meet with my best friend Ned for lunch yesterday. Fiancé was running a bit late, so I reached the restaurant first. Ned and I were catching up, and he talked about how he misses hanging out just the two of us like when we were younger. I felt a bit guilty lying to him, so I told him fiancé was joining in sometime as well. He started thanking me for inviting him on the trip. Apparently due to their conflicting schedules, Ned and Kate weren't spending much time together, and their relationship was tense. He said that this trip would be the best thing for them and he was really excited. Fiancé arrived at the tail end of this conversation, and I felt so sad for Ned. I was almost ready to forgo the confrontation altogether. We basically apologized to him, and I told him that Fiancé had something to say. Fiancé told him about the messages and what happened in the kitchen. Ned was in disbelief, shock, but he was very quiet. He asked if we had the messages, and Fiancé showed him. Then Ned said now it makes sense. We were confused and asked what he was talking about. Apparently when they left, Kate was pretty drunk, and the whole drive home, Kate was mumbling things like nobody wants me, likes me, loves me, etc. And the last couple days after the incident, she was acting strange the little time they spent together. We told him we are there for him obviously whatever he decides, but that we don't feel comfortable having Kate on the trip, but he is still welcome. He said he would be talking to Kate and letting us know, but they won't be joining us on the trip. Tonight before work, Ned stopped by our house and told us that he broke up with Kate. He said he found some things, but wasn't ready to talk about it yet. Since they used to live together, she couldn't move out anywhere immediately, so Ned will be staying at our place for a while. Also, both Fiancé and I got an apology text from Kate. So I guess that's it. We are not really in the mood now for the trip, but maybe it would be a good way to put this all behind. It might be selfish, but I am just grateful that Ned and I's friendship is still going strong, and that he trusts us to help him through the thing he's going through. Thank you to everyone for their advice. I think you all should still go on that trip. Y'all should let home wreck your plans too. Bring your friend. It would suck for him to be alone. Yes, that's what my fiancé and I were talking about just now. We don't want him to be alone. I guess it's time for another confrontation to make him agree to come with us and maybe bring some other friend, so he won't feel like the third wheel because that was his argument. If he comes, make sure that you have activities planned so that everyone isn't sitting around moping, and that you and fiancé have some time alone as well. Your fiancé was basically harassed and needs a break as well. This trip was actually planned as a romantic getaway, but we are going to move some things around and include non-couple or just do some group activities. Fiancé and I would have time for us as well. Ned loves photography, so there will be something to do for him at all time. You're such good friends. And honestly, a change of scenery would be good for all three of you. Sometimes taking a trip in situations like this helps clear your mind so you can start fresh. Good for Ned. It's a crappy situation, but he'll be better for it in the end. It speaks highly of your friendship that he trusts you so completely. He is an amazing person. I just hope everything works out for him and he's happy as soon as possible. Next story. My female 20, boyfriend male 20, invites my best friend female 20 out to games. Just the two of them. Original post. My boyfriend, let's call him Jim, and I have been together for a year, and me and my best friend we'll call Gina have been friends since grade school. Jim and Gina are both varsity players and are addicted to watching sports. They would follow hockey, baseball, soccer, football, basketball, like almost any game they love. However, I'm not really a sports person, but still, I would make the effort to attend their games. I would also make an effort to learn and understand their games. Jim plays football and Gina plays soccer. Jim was using my laptop and forgot to log out his Facebook account. I know it's wrong to snoop, but I couldn't help it. Some of his teammates were messaging him, and I clicked on the message icon and saw that he was messaging Gina. I got curious and scrolled through it and saw that he invited Gina out to multiple games, saying that he will buy 2 tickets for this game or that game. Gina would decline and tell him that he should invite me instead. Jim then said that I wouldn't understand and that I was not fun to be with in these kinds of things. Gina said that he is being unfair to me, but Jim still sends multiple messages to Gina about wanting to talk and wanting to go out with her. This has been going on for months. Gina has said nothing to me about this, and the only thing that she did to kinda allude to the situation is to text me list of games that I should watch because those are Jim's favorite teams. I kinda feel betrayed by both of them, although I feel more betrayed by Jim than Gina. What should I do? How should I approach this? Now for the top advice before reading the updates. I don't think you should feel betrayed by your friend. She probably didn't tell you because 1, she didn't want you to lose out on your relationship, and 2, because she didn't want to harm your friendship or make you feel jealous. She did great by defending you and declining his offers. You should be glad that you have such a loyal friend. A lot of other girls would have accepted his offers. Your friend could have told you sure, but she wasn't hiding that information with bad intent, at least from what it seems like. It looks like she was doing good by you, and I think you're right to feel hurt or betrayed, but you're misdirecting those feelings towards your friend when it's really your boyfriend who should not be trying to exclude his girlfriend. I would confront your boyfriend about the issue, and then maybe talk about things with your friend, and acknowledge that you saw she declined and was trying to help. She definitely was trying to help. I know a lot of ladies who try to help, then talk mad about the girlfriend to make themselves look like better or more viable options for the guy, and are super shady. You don't want a girl who pretends to play nice, and she's really up to something behind your back. Your friend is not like this. Agree completely. The friend always gets the short end if they tell you your partner is hitting on them. She was in a no-win situation and handled it brilliantly. Your boyfriend, on the other hand, is really making a play for her and disrespecting you. You know what you have to do. Dating is a screening process. He failed. Dump him. You should not feel betrayed by your friend. She's an awesome friend, if anything. She turned down all the invites. She defended you from your boyfriend's lame insults. She attempted to get him to invite you to the games. She, in her way, tried to bolster your interest in these games. She didn't want to ruin you two's relationship, and instead tried to steer him in the right direction. Many people wish they could have a friend like this. You should certainly talk to your boyfriend about this. This is 100% a him problem, at least in my opinion. I think the betrayal feeling from Gina might be because Gina didn't come right out and tell her that the boyfriend has been inviting her. I completely agree with you, though, that it shouldn't be read that way. Gina has been trying to give the boyfriend an opportunity to make things right, rather than being the source that drives a rift between her friend's relationship. This is 100% an issue with Jim, but I'm not sure what the best approach would be. Maybe ask Jim if he resents her for not being interested in sports as much as he is. Or maybe a more positive approach where she asks if he'd enjoy going to a game with her sometime and see how she likes going to one with friends rather than watching them play. You're right, I talked to her about this, and she told me she was so unsure on what to do. She didn't want to ruin my relationship because of a wrong assumption, and that she also fears that it might affect our friendship. We apologized to each other and hugged it out. Now for the updates. Thank you everyone for your advice. I approached Gina first and told her that I've seen the messages. She was relieved that I came to her and talked to her about it. She explained that she didn't know what to do because she didn't want to do anything that would destroy our friendship. She also assured me that next time she will tell me if anything shady like this happens again, and that she will always have my back. We both apologized to each other and hugged it out. I also have to admit that snooping through Jim's messages are wrong. The reason I did that was because there are some rumors that he hits on other girls at away games, and I was feeling insecure and worried about it. But it still does not justify the way I went about it. As for Jim, we will meet up later tonight. I honestly think it is over between us. He also has a lot of guy friends to go with him to games, and he also would never invite me. I would rather salvage my relationship with my friend than continue my relationship with him and stay feeling insecure. Thank you guys for the advice. Update 2. Gina told me that I should start by saying, "Hey, Gina told me that you were inviting her out to games," and I did exactly that. Jim became defensive and told me that he never invited her. I told him that I saw the messages, and he asked if Gina showed me the messages. I told him the truth, that I saw it through his Facebook, and he was furious at me. He told me that I violated his privacy, and I apologized for it. Then he told me that he was asking out Gina because his friends felt that Gina was a lesbian. He was trying to get proof by asking her out, and that her not reciprocating is proof that she is one. At this point, I'm like, what? He said that he was doing that to protect me, and I'm like, what? He then left and told me that he needed space, and that I should text him after I got my head cleared up. I just texted him, "Stay away from me and Gina." That was honestly a wild ride. He got caught trying to cheat for sure. "I need space and you need to clear your head" was code for crap carp. The hasty excuse I cooked up in 10 seconds about her being a lesbian isn't working. I need time to clap my two brain cells together till something better comes out. If his brain were dynamite, he wouldn't have enough to blow his nose. Dude was doing exactly what the rumors said he was. If I were OP, I would check myself for STDs. You don't understand. He had to test all of the other women to see if they were lesbians. That has to be one of the worst excuses I've heard of. Protecting her. No. He wants to bang her bestie, no other way about it. Dude is trash. It really doesn't even make sense. Protect her from what? A friend who happens to be gay. Why would that even be a problem? When my best friend started dating her husband, he wanted her to stop hanging out with me because I am bi, and apparently that meant I was trying to get her to cheat on him. Thankfully, he was just young and stupid. She told him F no, we all hung out more, now her husband and me are good friends. This was like 15 years ago though. I thought today's 19-year-olds understood the whole gay thing better.